Hello YouTubers, today we're going over a home workout to get you some ripped abs. Hello YouTubers and welcome to another episode here on the channel. Today we're going over some core exercises that you can do in your house in isolation to hopefully help with your rowing when we finally get either back onto a rowing machine or back onto the water when we get to leave our houses. So this core workout itself is one of the easiest things you can do if you have a little bit of time. You don't need any other equipment, just a little bit of space and off we go. So I have 8 core exercises that you can do as part of this workout, and the idea is you choose a time between 20 seconds and a minute, do each exercises for that period of time and then switch straight on to the next exercise. So you basically do a circuit of 8, take a little bit of rest and repeat. You can make it more difficult by either choosing the more difficult exercise. So for example, we're doing planks. You can choose the hard plank or the easy plank. Or you can make it more difficult by increasing the time you do the exercises for. 20 seconds being the easiest, 1 minute being the hardest. So you can make this into an 8-minute circuit, or you can make it into a 1 minute and 40-second circuit and repeat. And basically what I would do is try and make it so you can manage 2 to 3 reps of the whole circuit before you increase the time of each exercise. So if you're able to do 20 seconds of each exercise 8 times, try doing that twice. And if you can do it twice, try doing it 3 times. And then you bump up the time of each exercise, maybe trying 5 seconds to 10 seconds each time you think you want to increase the difficulty. And then obviously you can choose the more difficult exercises too. So we're going to hop right now into the exercises itself, starting with the classic, the plank. So all you need to do is hop straight into the plank. We're going to start with the elbows down, hands down, toes down, and you don't want to be hiked up here and you don't want to be bent down here. You want to essentially pretend that there's a candle underneath and you're staying away from the candle but not hiking up. So just in a parallel line compared to the floor and hold that for the 20 seconds. So you have the front plank, then you have the side plank as well, same thing. You don't want to be bending down towards the floor, you don't want to be hiking up, but again you want to pretend there's a candle underneath that you're avoiding, and again hold this for as much time as you want to, 20 seconds to a minute. Both of these have easier variations and they both involve going onto the knees. So you can come down here, makes it easier to hold this position for the given time, and on the front go onto your knees here, and the same applies. You don't want to be bending down, you don't want to be hiking up, just a nice flat line from shoulders to knees. Then we have exercise number 2, the press up and down. So this one's more of a shoulder workout but also involves a little bit of stability on the core. There's 2 variations of this. One, press up position. Again, you hold that flat position from the heels to the shoulders and then down to the elbows, up to the press up position. Again, you can make it easier. Down onto the knees, keeping that flat position, up into push up position, down onto knees, up onto here. And the thing about this is you don't want to be flapping around, moving the position. You want to be holding that flat line from knees to shoulders as you go down. You don't want to be curling around, as that means you're not stabilizing the core. And you have exercise number 3, the twists. Russian twists, some people may call them. Basically, you can make this easier or harder too. We'll start off with the easy variation. In this position, we twist and touch the ground. We twist, touch the ground, twist, touch the ground. So that's the easy variation. Harder variation, you pick the heels up, twist, touch the ground, twist, touch the ground. And then there's even a third variation to make this one even harder. You pick up some weight. So whether it's your dog, whether it's a can of beans, whether it's a water bottle. Again, if this is too easy for you, pick up that weight, touch the ground with that weighted object. If it is a live animal, please make sure they are safe and able to take part in this exercise. Now you have exercise number 4, the crunch hold. So everybody knows the sit up like this, but the crunch hold is a bit different. So we're trying to get some holds in here. So similar to the plank, that is a hold exercise. We're going to come down into this position, feet flat, knees up about 45-ish degrees, feet about shoulder width apart, and all you're going to do is bring up to the sit-up position and hold there. Hold, 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 crunching in, crunching these muscles in and hold there for your given time. Unfortunately, that one is one difficulty. Basically, if you want to make it harder, you crunch harder, you can come up a bit higher up here, make sure the shoulders are off the ground, but really crunch in. If you want to make it easier, just shoulders a little bit off the ground and still crunching in and bringing the belly button in as if you're bringing the chest and folding it forward to the belly button. Exercise number 5, the penguins. I'm not really, well, I can kind of imagine why this is called the penguin, but basically, again, same position as the crunch. You're in this position, arms are flat by your side, and what you're trying to do is keep your back on the ground and touch your heels. Like a penguin, if you can imagine a penguin walking like this, but you're on your back. So touching your heels, touching your heels, touching your heels, touching your heels. And so you can lift your head off the ground, or you can keep it down. To make this harder, involve the crunch. So you can crunch, 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 crunch. Again, all of these are done for your given time frame, whether it's 20 seconds to a minute, and you get that rest at the end of the circuit. And exercise number 6, the rope climb. And don't worry, this doesn't involve a rope. Like I said at the start, there was no equipment needed. This one is my favorite one. Similar crunch exercise to before, but not a hold this time. So we want to crunch it up and climb that rope, climb that rope, climb that rope. And again, it's that crunch with a little bit extra. So if you want to make it easier, small rope, small rope. If you want to make it harder, right up there, right up there. We're really rocketing up that rope to get to that ceiling, but unfortunately the ceiling's not getting any closer. It's a never-ending rope. But again, we're doing these for as long as your time frame, 20 seconds to a minute. And then we have exercise number 7, the bicycles. Again, no equipment needed. There will not be a bicycle involved. We head onto our backs. Another crunch position, hands behind the head, knees up, and touch those elbows to those knees. 1, 2, 3. And to make this one harder, make the reps longer. So you can really just stretch out those legs. 1, 2, 3. And to make it harder still, really just crunch a little bit higher. So you can have the knees up, crunch, 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 and have those legs out straight. So 3 variations there for the bicycles. Now we've made it to the last exercise, exercise number 8. This one is a staple for pretty much every single core workout ever, or at least I think so. This one is relatively easy, so it gives you a little bit of rest before the rest if you do it in order. But this one's called the dead bug. If done correctly, this can be absolutely heinous. So basically, what you do is you head onto your back once more. A lot of these exercises are on the back, and you want to feel the back almost pressing onto the mat. So you almost have to tilt those hips. I really recommend Googling a dead bug to make sure you're doing it correctly, because this one can be made really, really easy if done incorrectly, and when done correctly, it really, really gets the core going really, really nicely. So if you pretend that you're a bug on your back, right here, with your legs in the air and arms in the air, what you want to do is alternate legs and arms. So we go right arm, left leg, and there we go. And this can be made easier by dropping the legs and just dropping the arms like so, or dropping the arms and just moving the legs like so. You'll know you'll be able to move on in difficulty in this exercise when there's not loads of space and you're able to keep your legs down. So if, for example, this is not how to do this exercise, and you end up here really arching the back, but really what you want is the back in here, and you drop down like so. And another variation is to do the same side, arm and leg, so you can drop left and left, right and right, which is about the same difficulty, I would say, as opposite left, right, or right, left. But that is a little bit of a core workout for you to try out at home in these isolation times. Like I said at the start, this is one of the easiest workouts that you can do in your house. You only need a little bit of space, you don't need any equipment whatsoever, and in rowing, your core is essential. Having a very stable and strong core is essential, and these exercises can get you taking steps in the right direction to have a good, strong and stable core. Once you've mastered these exercises and you can do all 8 exercises for a minute through multiple sets, then you can move on to some more advanced exercises, which hopefully I'll make another video about. But unfortunately, usually those more advanced exercises need just a little bit more equipment, like a physio ball or something, or maybe some bands, but we'll see about that in another video. And these exercises can not only help you in rowing, it can help pretty much in daily life in general. So if you're at home, you have a spare 10, 20, 30 minutes, and you're thinking, I'm not sure, I don't have a rowing machine, I've not got weights, I don't want to go out on a run, my bike's got a flat tire, but I want to feel something difficult. You set a time on your timer, you've got 8 exercises to do for a given time, 20 seconds to a minute, and that's you done some exercise already in a short period of time, and you're ready to smash the next priority on the menu for the day. So hopefully you enjoyed today's home workout, and I'll hopefully do a few more videos involving a little bit more equipment or more specific rowing exercises. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to see, and as always, Yam Squad, remember to subscribe if you haven't already, hit that like button, and I'll see you in the next episode. Oh yeah!